Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dante again here. Just wanting to go over everything that's been going on, and hopefully, this would be my last video regarding the Xbox One, at least until the E3 conference is over. But for right now, I just hope to share enough information with you guys so that I could change at least one person's mind who is looking forward to buying an Xbox One. Which, of course, I hope you aren't, but I mean, if you are, then I just hope to change your mind. I want to talk about a couple of points on the Xbox One. The first one regarding their decision for letting Microsoft allow publishers or developers, game developers, to charge you a fee to play a game that has been used. Now, there have been a lot of talks about that, and ultimately, it really was Microsoft's decision to implement that feature into their console. Should they have not have implemented that feature, the publishers wouldn't even have that ability. The ability to charge a fee on a used game solely was developed by Microsoft. And it was implemented by Microsoft, maybe by the persuasion of game developers. At the moment, what we know is that Microsoft will not gain any kind of revenue from fees that derive from playing used games. But, as noted, Microsoft is able to change these so-called comments of theirs, of them not making revenue from it anytime. So they may not be making revenue on it right now, but they will eventually. And there will be a short period, from what I've read on a recent article, of game developers actually not charging you a fee to buy or to play used games on the Xbox One, but this is only temporarily in order to avoid backlash or boycott of their games, and in the long run, of course, the console. But the console is already going to be receiving backlash and boycotts, as many of you have already probably seen on Facebook pages and Facebook group pages boycotting the Xbox One. If you do a search for Xbox One boycott, there'll be a list of groups boycotting the Xbox One, which I strongly support. Now, aside from the used games policy, the Xbox One console has to be online pretty much 24/7, which is a real big downer to, of course, they mention this a lot, to military personnel who are always overseas and love to play games. Now, they would not be ones to buy an Xbox One, so they've lost a majority already with anyone that's involved with military job. And just pretty much anyone that may live out in the boondocks, just in the middle of nowhere, North Dakota, I'm looking at you, South Dakota. These areas, I don't know if, I'm pretty sure they do, but through telephone lines, but, there are some places that just do not get internet for whatever reason, and those will also be some of the places that will not get it. There has been another argument that has come up stating that the reason that people would not be getting an Xbox One is because they do not have the money or the lifestyle to actually have and use an Xbox One to its full capacity. That is true in some cases, but there is actually more to that. Apart from, having to have internet all the time and money in order to get the full experience of an Xbox One, the primary cause for concern that the Xbox One would raise is that they are charging us for a fee that should not be charged in order for them to make a quick buck. Now, this is in itself wrong, and from the beginning was looked at as a terrible idea, and I really do hope that the console flops, because what do you do with a product that is not made to your liking? You boycott it, or you don't buy it at all. when people decide to conform to whatever is given to them or whatever is available, even though it is a shitty product, that is when you need to stop. We are Americans. We do not conform to shitty products. And we sure as fuck do not let people stomp us around, like Microsoft will be doing to us in the near future. But, like, along the lines, though, of the idea of the thing always being online 24/7 and the Kinect having to be connected to it all the time, it is just so demeaning and controlling. Like, if you look at the system like a PlayStation, like the original PlayStation or the Nintendo 64, you know, what made these consoles great, right? They're games, right? But the Xbox One is trying to broaden its audience in a way that it's destroying the system. Well, at least I hope it does, because in my point of view, the way I see it, it is destroying the system. So that's what I'll say, is that their way of doing things is destroying the system. But it's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, this is just the absolute worst thing that could have possibly happened. I mean, a gaming system that would charge you to play used games. And, you know, like I mentioned, they're going to come out articles saying, even Microsoft might come out to say there will be no fees to play used games because of all the backlash and all the hateful comments, all the negative responses that they've gotten from people. They know this. They aren't hidden under a rock. They aren't pretending that they don't know what they're listening to. This is their product and they're trying to sell it. Now, even though there might be some things or some features that they included with the system that might not be to our liking, but they feel is needed to go with the system in order for it to serve, you know, to be, what's the word? A productive money-making product. That's what it is. So they're just trying to see how many different ways they can make money off of this console. But you cannot conform. You cannot accept this. You cannot go out, buy an Xbox One, and literally say that you are not sucking corporate schlong. Okay? If you go out there and you buy that shit, it is because you literally have sold your soul to corporate schlong. Okay? Now, I really just hope that each and every one of you will do your own research. You know, just read about what Microsoft is doing, read about negative responses. Oh, I also would like to inform you that Microsoft has been trying to pay developers or publishers for games to not actually showcase their video games for the PS4 at E3. So we'll see if that's actually true or not when E3 rolls around. And actually, and make those games unavailable as playable demos at PS4's booths. So yeah, that's a little rumor that's going around. I don't know who who said that or if it's been confirmed or not, but yeah, that's something that's been going around. I really don't know what else to say. I mean, everything else is self-explanatory. I'm sure you'll find your own little golden eggs on your own, but I mean, if you don't, just don't buy an Xbox One. It would not only hurt gamers everywhere, it will ruin the industry if you buy an Xbox One and support that system. Make them redo it. Make them not do the shit to us that they're doing now. You know? But I mean, I'm pretty passionate about video games because I grew up on it. My family grew up on it. So it just sucks seeing how it's changing like this. Some people may not look at it as a big deal because, you know, oh, it's just video games, but to us it's a little bit more than that, because it's getting in our pockets. I mean, they're getting in our accounts. They're they're taking us as guinea pigs. You know, like, how much money can we make off of these guys? But I mean, I just do not know what else to say. Like, I do not support this at all. You know, someone that's grown up on video games, like, it just hurts. Like, why would they do this? Like, I mean, the answer is so obvious, you know, but it just sucks that they've been strayed so far from their path that they're actually going through with charging us these ridiculous things and limiting what we can or cannot do. It's so controlling. Well, thank God Wii U hasn't done that.